What is up, guys? This is the Mad Review. I am giving you my review of the DroidBox T8-S Android box. Now, this is a dual booting Openelec and Android operating system box. Now, I know they've done some updates to the firmware, and so be patient with me as I go through some of this. I'm going to show you stuff that's, of course, not copyrighted content because that's just not what you do. Performance of the box, to be honest with you, I had a T8 box, and it performs the same as a T8. It's pretty much the same thing. It's got the quad-core processors. There's a lot of features that come with the Droid box, and if you're not familiar with a lot of how to set up, XBMC or Kodi, then this would be a good box for you. They actually have their own marketplace. We'll kind of take a look at that for a moment. This is the DroidBox marketplace. I've not went through too much of this stuff here because I'm kind of, really set on the things that I like to do. Their marketplace, I mean, it seems pretty cool. There's some things in there that may be useful to some, but not to me. But we'll go ahead and we'll move on past that. Let's go in and you can see the applications. Now this is with the updated ROM version that actually came out a month or so ago. I was going to do a review then, and it changed, and some of this stuff kind of changed with it. I like some of the cool stuff like film on TV. It's pretty cool. Flux Universe, that's something I know. I'm going to go over the things that I have tested. That's kind of like a video service, but they want a monthly program fee, subscription fee for it, and I'm not with subscription fees. The Husham, everybody should know him. It's just like a clone of the film on TV. It's the same thing. Basically, though, what everybody wants these boxes for. Now, the cool thing, it has Netflix. I've never used it, but I'm going to assume that it works because it is on an Android box. It is rooted, so that is a good thing. Now, it's got their own custom ROMs, which a lot of these T8 boxes, they have a lot of custom ROMs. I'm going to try to keep this as short and as sweet as possible. This is where you switch to the Openelec version. I know that DroidBox did have their own versions, Wizard, and they no longer have that Droid version Wizard. And that's what I was going to go over. And I'm doing this review. Kind of, it's based. Let me pop up. This is called DBMC 15. Now I believe this is their new version. I've put Wookiee on it. It's pretty cool. All the Wookiee stuff is really good. So I do recommend the Wookiee stuff. It's pretty nice. Like I said, I've not had any problems with Wookiee, other than sometimes the updates don't seem to quite go through. But other than that, I mean it's really nice. You can see the coloring in here. It says that this is the Pro version. And the one way to tell, let me go in here and I'm going to check this out because I've never used this. Usually I stay on the Openelec side. An error has occurred. Logging in, check your details and logins. Okay, now see, that's something that's not cool with me. This is the kids area. Let's see what all's in the kids area. Put it in here real quick. Tiny Christmas Tales. Don't know much about that. Mutts Nuts. I've never used this either, so I'm not sure what's in here. And this may be a bust to me, because a lot of this stuff, I mean, I'm sitting here, the screen's kind of taking its time. I'm trying to back out of it, and it's not wanting to recoup from that. I hope I don't have to cut in the video. Yeah, it's not even allowing for me to back out. Yeah, it's actually unresponsive now. But see, that's the problems that I have with this box. I mean, it's not a bad box. You know, the box can only be as good as the software that's put on these boxes. That's my only beef with boxes, is sometimes if they're not programmed properly or if they're configured, you know, just to hurry them up, this can happen. And that's what seems to have happened here. I can't even back out of here. So again, it's kind of one of those things to where I'm trying to press escape and back, right clicking, can't get out, and I'm actually trying. I'm going to hit the home button. Even the home button's not pulling me back out. Oh, we got something. We got something. Now I mean, you know, I'm all for honest reviews of things, and I want this to be honest. I'm going to jump into the Kodi 15 remote. Seeing this is a lot of things. Remote connection server failed to start. You know, and it's kind of like, you know, let's see all the programs. I don't even think this one's actually set up. Now this is once with the update. It's like it's not even set up at all. So and I mean, this is with just a fresh, like I said, I don't use the Android side. I use the Openelec side because Openelec has always been smoother than Android. So it just comes with a raw DroidBox setting here. I mean, you would have to actually go in and pre-program your own wizards or your own repositories. So I mean, that's kind of a downer. I think that they actually got into some copyright issues, and I think that's kind of what made them go that route. It does have an over-the-air updater. You can see here that there's no updates available. This is ROM version 1.1.2. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's up to date. I mean, it does have some cool things. I mean, I'm not knocking the box, but it's some of the software I think needs a little bit of work, especially when you're advertising it to the masses. And let's go back into this DBMC15. I'm not quite sure what that's. It's still blacked out. It's like it's frozen. So I'm going to try to push a series of buttons here to see if I can get back out of here. Yeah, so it's still blacked out. I'm going to kill the application. That's what this over here does. I know that much. We're going to kill the application, clear the memory. We're going to try to launch it one more time. This is the Wookiee. Okay. Let's see. We're wanting to see live TV. We'll go over to live TV. We'll see what's going on in here. Now, sometimes with live TV, it depends on who you're actually trying to watch it through. You're basically praying that these guys actually have a stream going. Let's see here. I'm going to search my countries. And I mean, it moves pretty smooth. I mean, I'll give it that. It does have, I mean, this box actually has it really moves really smooth. Let's go to Sweden. It moves really smooth. I mean, I will give it that. Let's see. This is my only beef with the boxes, is if it's not set up. I mean, if your software has any kind of hangs to it, then it's going to create problems. Welcome. And like I said, I'm never in here, so let's see what's going on here. We're going to go to football. Okay, it's trying to work. I'm not sure what it's going to actually pull up. I guess it's still doing updates while it's doing this. Okay. I guess it's trying to buffer. I have a 50 meg connection. So I actually have fiber internet. So if that answers any of your questions, yeah, nothing should ever buffer on my connection. Okay, So let's go back into the apps. I want to look around. I've never used DroidBox Share. Don't even know what that is. Netflix. I'm going to click that. We're going to see if it actually launches. Netflix seems to be working, and you could use the mouse or whatever to sign in. Let's see if it gives any kind of errors. I know certain boxes I know Netflix wouldn't work on, which sucks. But most people nowadays have smart TVs anyway. But this seems like it may possibly work. But like I said, I hardly ever use Netflix. We're going to try to go over to the Openelec. And Openelec has always been like a solid thing. And if you can ever use Openelec. Okay. So now we're in the Openelec side. Now I keep my settings need to be adjusted because I'm using it on a different format. But looking through, let's go through the programs. Now I've used the Wookiee on this one. It actually has a lot of things installed, pre-configured. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I actually enjoy the actual Openelec side of this box. This is primarily what I use. We will go into the configuration, and you can look and you can see, everything's here. I mean, it's I'm just trying to get around here now. It's kind of, I got sent this remote, right? That's and which these guys are cool. It's just learning how to control it with this thing. I usually use the remote control, but this is kind of like a keyboard remote that was sent, and it works pretty well. It's just kind of different, from what you're used to. But let's go in here. We're going to go to the video add-ons. I'm going to kind of show you what's in here. Droid Sticks is in here, and I was never a fan of Droid Sticks. XUnity. You've got several different. I mean, it's got tons of things in here once you set your Wookiee up. But see, that's setting it up with the Wookiee, and I actually have a video where anyone can set the Wookiee up. Go check out my channel, the other videos, if you're interested in how to set this up on any Kodi device. But if you're wanting something that will connect to a television, by far you're going to have to go with a box, or you're going to have an actual multimedia PC, because the smart TVs will not load this stuff. And let me go ahead and we'll go into the settings. I'm going to change the appearance to the actual, this is actual the Wookiee screens. So let's do that. Okay, so now this is the only bad part. The other one said, if you notice when I was on Android, it said Wookiee Pro, and this says Wookiee Free. I don't understand why there's a difference. The only thing that I don't like is, I like the color scheme on if this is the free version. I prefer this color scheme way better than I prefer the paid version, which I've not paid for it. I don't know if it was something that came with the unit, but I do know that this Sports Donkey is real big on their sports side, and there is a monthly subscription that they want you to pay to view it. And let's see if it pops up and tells you, because this kind of irked me a little bit. And see, please enter. And if you don't have an account, you can go to Sports Donkey Club, and you'll see that it has an actual subscription, and I'm not a fan of that at all. Basically, the primary apps that you use will be right here. Like, you've got Phoenix. Of course, it runs great. It runs amazing on this box. This box has plenty of power. I find myself, I don't use the hard drive much. There is an option to use the hard drive, but that's not something that I use. So therefore, I can't really give you much of a review. Genesis. Okay, here's someone, this is Genesis new update. I never saw this till today. basically saying that Genesis is a free add-on and it will always be free. And if someone tells you otherwise, they're stealing your money. I have no plans on stopping Genesis development anytime soon. If that ever changes, it would be announced by me on the TVA forums and not any other anonymous people on the internet. Now, see, that's pretty cool. But Genesis is one of my favorite actual go-to things. And if you're looking for that with this box, we'll see what it says in theaters. I cannot click on any of these because they're copyrighted, and you know, that's just not what I do. So, and this is all for educational reasons anyway. But I mean, this is the unit. It is what it is. It's a decent box. There's nothing wrong with it. If you want the capabilities of actually being able to use an actual hard drive, this would be the box that you would need. But as far as going beyond, it's a little overkill for, you know, the intermediate. You know, you kind of need to have a little bit of an education when it comes to, and this is just a skin setting you can go in and change. You kind of need a little bit of knowledge of how Kodi works, and if you don't know, you need to kind of get into the know, because there's a lot of stuff that you're going to need to know, even if you invest in a box like this. I know it was going for 200 plus. Yeah, you need to know how to actually handle the box, how to update your repos, how to update your XBMC, if there's certain things you don't like about the units. You can see here, this seems like it has a lot of dead links in this way. But I mean, they are what they are. I mean, you know, they're a cheap, affordable way of, you know, getting the content to your actual TV screen. And I think that's what you need to look at. And if that's something that you can afford, then by all means, you know, go out and get you a box and either be happy with it or be unhappy with it. You know, but as far as the review on the box, let me just do it this way. For performance, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It performs really well, especially flipping through movies. As far as construction, it's made really well. You know, it's made out of some high quality filling aluminum. It's black. It's cool looking. It's nothing ugly. It doesn't stand out. You know, it's a really nice box. It's pretty responsive. You know, it's an octa-core, so, or they say that it is, but let me show you something here that I was kind of going to go into. We're going to go to System Info, Hardware. Right here you go. Now I see, when you're looking at it from the hardware standpoint, if you'll notice at the bottom, CPU usage, it'll say CP1, CP2. These always seem like it just shows the actual quad core. I don't know if that's something that's what's up with, you know, the actual Openelec, but it still performs well. And I would buy this just simply for the reason of the Openelec side. So if you're looking for an Openelec box, this would be a choice. You know, per se, how long will it be updated and stay current? That depends on your knowledge on if if something happens and the company decides to no longer support the box, your knowledge of being able to go on and find a T8 firmware and staying up with it. You know, that's my only problem with boxes. You know, they work really good. So far, I've not had any issues other than trying. There's so much though that I need to go through that it's just, it would keep you here for weeks. I mean, there's simply just that much stuff. You know, for weeks at a time, you would just simply sit here, and I mean that's pretty much all you could do. But yeah, as far as plugging it in, going, I wish the instructions were a little better to get people going, because it seems like they're always changing things. But other than that, a real solid box. You can kind of look through and see a little bit of what I've been watching lately. May not be the best. This may not be your choice, but yeah. And like I said, it is what it is. And I hope this gives you guys an idea, functionality, everything overall. I give this a box a 7 out of 10. Absolutely not the best box in the world, but it's not the worst. Now, I've had some bad ones. This one is actually not giving me any problems. Just trying to learn it. It does take a little bit of a learning curve. But if it's something you're looking forward to, be sure to visit DroidBox. Search it online. They're based out of the UK. There's some pretty cool people over there. Hope this helped you guys out in making that decision. You know, if it's something you want to go with, by all means, you know, 7 out of 10, it's not bad. Hope this helps you guys. And if you got any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below, or reach out to DroidBox themselves in the UK. I was sponsored by them on this video, and I hope that you know, you found this video informative. Till next time, this has been the Mad Review. Stay tuned for more box reviews, as well as unboxing and XBMC content with Cody. I'll be posting up some new videos with some wizards, and I hope you enjoyed those as well. Till next time, take care.